don't know if I told her before this, but let me tell you a secret. I thought she was a scam. Like, I was scared.
You waited till today to say this?
I was scared.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to Life with Lycette. I am so excited for today's episode because we have one of my best friends here in the studio with us, Ayumi. Welcome to Life with Lycette podcast. I'm so excited to have you here. So today we are drinking both of our favorites, our Michelada by Bud Light. So thank you so much for being my first guest on this show.
Of course. I'm
And
so happy
cheers
be
to you
here.
guys. Cheers. We have a lot to talk about, you guys, and this is probably something that nobody has actually ever seen before because you guys are always so used to seeing me and Ayumi dancing, honestly acting a fool, being clowns, okay, on social media. But you guys have never really seen us like this, up close and personal, you know? Like, I'm just so excited for this episode. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and what kind of content you create for the people who don't know.
So my name is Ayumi, and I am a full-time content creator as well. And our niches are really similar, actually. So we both like to dance. We both like to do family content. Daughters, doggies, animals, all the above. I've been doing this since like 2017, 18, but like full-time 2020. I am 34, looking great, looking fine, looking wonderful. 2 kids, combat veteran, 2 science degrees, you know, just single mother doing my thing out here.
And I love to support her. You guys, I can't tell you how many times I've shared her story like it's my story. Every time we go somewhere hot, I'm always like bragging about my friend because I'm just so proud of her. Everything that she's accomplished is like amazing. It's something that I could only dream of doing. So anyways, kudos to you.
Thank you.
Boss bitches around here. Hey. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys because I don't think a lot of you guys actually know how we met. Do you remember?
Of course I remember.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't you tell them then?
Oh, we're going to do that. Oh. Well, you know what? We'll piggyback. You go first.
Okay, so I happened to move back to Vegas, and when I tell you guys, when I left Vegas, there was, I kid you not, like 10 people, like 10 creators out here in Vegas, and a lot of them, like, I didn't even know about. I was just told they were out here. But when I came back, woo, let me tell you, it was a whole different, like, Vegas that I left behind because there was creators everywhere doing every type of niche you could think of. So when I came back, I was like, oh my God, there's a lot of people here that I don't know. So I had gotten tagged in a post that was like, tag your favorite YouTuber. And so when I was tagged, I was like, oh my God, me? Thank you. So I start like randomly scrolling because these are all people from Las Vegas. So I'm like randomly scrolling. I clicked on a random tag and it was Ayumi's. And the crazy thing is like once I saw one of her videos, I had realized that I had actually seen her come up on my page before. So I was like, perfect. I'm about to reach out to her, slide into those DMs, and let me tell you, I slid head first. That sounds so crazy.
I know, right?
But I slid in and I was like, hey girl, I know this might seem weird. I am just moved back to Vegas. I'm a creator myself, but I would love to meet you and hang out and like, you know, maybe create some content together. And that's when she responded.
I don't know if I told her before this, but let me tell you a secret. I thought she was a scam. Like, I was scared.
You waited till today to say this?
I was scared.
I'm just kidding.
Because I was getting hit by Monat people all the time. Like, hey, girly pop.
Monet.
You know, Monet,
Yes.
yeah. I don't know how to say it, but they're trying to sell me products. Like, hey, girly pop, like, let me be your friend, and then, like, hit me with that. Like, I'm trying to sell you this product. So I'm like, why is this chick with 400,000 or 500,000 YouTube subscribers? I'm a tiny creator of like 6,000 followers. Like, why is she trying to hang out with me? She's trying to sell me something. I know she's trying to sell me something. But I took my faith and I went to lunch with her, and she wasn't trying to sell me nothing. It wasn't a scam. I'm like, oh, okay, she's actually just want to be my friend because people are weird these days.
Oh, especially online, like you just never know. But it's crazy because we ended up meeting in real life and completely hit it off. Like, we became instant friends, and not only that, we started hanging out with each other all the time. You guys, I kid you not, I spent I think we met in October. I think I spent like Halloween with her, Thanksgiving with her, New Year's with her. Like we had just met and we instantly became best friends, like literally family.
Yeah.
My kids babysit her kids. Like we are like this. So it's just crazy how the internet can just bring people together. But I love that. I love that for us.
I know.
Air five.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, okay, so I just wanted to know, so this is like getting real and raw, and I want you to be as honest as possible with my followers, okay? So you guys are about to hear it all.
Okay.
We're about to expose ourselves as influencers.
Oh.
What do you think has been the peak, the highlight, the like most exciting part about being an influencer?
The most exciting part? Oh, that's so hard. I'm gonna say the opportunities. Because like if I was doing any other job, I wouldn't have been able to be partying with Paris Hilton. Like,
There you go.
Who does that? Oh, I'm just hanging out with Megan Fox and Gabrielle Union and Sierra right next to me at this Super Bowl party. Like, who gets that opportunity? Mm-hmm. Like, it's insane. And I just think that it's so fun that I'm able to have like all these crazy memories when I get older. Like, hey, I got to do this, I got to do that. Oh, here's grandma on the red carpet. Oh, here's grandma on Turks and Caicos, filming a commercial. Who gets to say that? Like, who gets to say that? It's insane, and my kids think it's cool because now they're getting older, and now their classmates are finding out, and they're like, your mom's famous? Like, I'm not. But to them.
I love when you say that. And you're like, what? No, hold on. Pump the brakes.
Right,
I'm just a normal person.
And,
but I love that you mentioned your kids. Because not only have you had opportunities, but your kids have had opportunities.
Yes.
Like, tell us, I know that they actually did a commercial. You could tell us briefly about that. I would love to hear about that.
So Yuri, my oldest, has done a couple commercials. She did Cox Communication, she did a Hallmark one, and she was featured on Nickelodeon last year.
Woo! Love it. Love when it starts with one and it ends up being the whole family that ends up being successful in this business. And I love that for you.
Thank you.
Woo! We love that. So now let's be honest about the cons. Because I will say this, before we jump into the cons, I think it's great. I totally agree with you. The opportunities that we have, the things that we get to do, whether that's travel, whether that's meeting people, whether that's hosting, and, just being given these opportunities that you would not really have in a regular 9-to-5. Like she mentioned, she has 2 degrees, and that's honestly, like, I don't know if a lot of people in that field would be able to say that they've done or accomplished the things that you have. Not to say that they haven't accomplished things on their own, but the type of industry that you've chosen for yourself, like you've actually done a really, really good job. So I'm just very proud of you.
Girl, that's her. That's her. She's on the Shade Room, Ridiculousness, like on every TV show, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
this is not about me, okay? It's not for this episode. So let's jump into the cons, because this is where things get really juicy. Because this is something that I think a lot of people are kind of, especially influencers, are afraid to talk about or embarrassed to talk about. But like I said, honey, we are here to expose everything about an influencer. And I really just kind of want to take a second to say that you may love people for who they are or what you see, but a lot of times they don't show you everything. And I just want this to be as real and as raw as possible. You are hearing it from 2 successful influencers, that life as an influencer is not always what it's cracked up to be, okay? So we'll start there. But for cons, I think a big one is financial stability. And I think this is one that a lot of people don't talk about, and I get it. Like, you're, kind of exposing your personal business, but I think it's definitely necessary to share that with other people. So let's dive into that real quick. What are your thoughts on that?
I definitely agree. It's very inconsistent and unpredictable. So like one day I'm making 6 figures a month, and then a year later I'm making $0 a month. And that's where I'm at right now. So if we want to do like a GoFundMe shout out.
For $1 a day, you can help send my friend Ayumi some money so that she could, I'm just kidding. Listen, it's rough out here. People don't realize that, but it has happened to all of us. Like, I just recently did an episode about like being broke to buying my home, because I went from literally being broke, having $1, not making $1 in like almost 8 to 9 months. So I feel you. Like, I've been there. So financial stability, when people say, like, you might be seeing everybody at red carpets and events and hosting and doing all these things, but I'm telling you right now, not everybody has it like that. Like, we get invited to things, but those things don't always pay either. So anyways, we'll take that and move right along to the next con. What do you think like is something that people should know as a con going into being an influencer? Like if they wanted to be an influencer. And also, while we're here, you guys, drop in the comments if you guys have anything you guys want to ask us, being an influencer, if you guys are interested, let us know down in the comments right now, and we will make sure to get to those comments after, so because we just want to know what you guys think. Like, what are some of the biggest questions you guys have about becoming an influencer, whether that's, great things, bad things, or all the things? Let us know down in the comments. But go ahead. So what would be another con you think people deal with?
I have a lot, but I think another con is just burnout from working so much to the negativity to having to entertain all the time. It's exhausting. So, unlike a 9-to-5, you have a schedule, but with this job, you kind of work 7 days a week from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. Unless you have like a whole system, like assistants and people posting and this and that. Like everybody doesn't have that. And especially if you have kids and responsibilities and things like that, it's very hard to balance work, life, personal. It's really hard. I haven't figured it out yet.
No, it definitely is. I mean, when I was on YouTube full time back in the day, this literally was my life. I lived, breathed, ate social media. Well, really just YouTube. And I didn't have so much of a life. I actually mentioned that on my stories today, that the people watching me on YouTube actually got to experience my life more than I was experiencing for myself in the moment. So work-life balance could definitely be a big one because you never stop. Like you are out and you're filming. You go to dinners, you're filming. You want a date night with your partner, you're filming. And it is a life that we chose, so I get it. Like we chose this life for us, but people love to remind us that this is not a job and look at these people online acting like circus monkeys. Okay, and this is what we do for work. I don't come to your work and complain about what you're doing. So, but yeah, obviously trolling, comments, negative, stuff like that could keep you from, succeeding if you let it. But I just say if they don't know you personally, do not take it personal and move on, okay?
Period.
But yeah, so that's pretty much, what I wanted to talk about as far as like the pros and cons, because I think they deserve to know too.
Of course, as they should.
So that is going to be it for this episode with Ayumi. Thank you so, so much for being here. I will let you kind of like lead us out. I want to hear what you want moving forward. Like what is like your future look like?
My future. So my goal is to become a full-time YouTuber. That has been my goal since I started, and it just never worked out. But I'm like, you know what? Now's the time to make my dreams come true. And this year, I'm like, I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna become a full-time YouTuber. So that's my goal. So y'all need to subscribe to my channel.
Yes. Let's go ahead and do that, you guys, right now. Make sure that you guys go to the description, get her all of her information. Follow her on YouTube, follow her on Instagram, on TikTok, on Snapchat, on all of the things. And yeah, we will be so happy to support you in your journey.
Thank you so
much. Okay, so one last thing before we go. I know you guys have been seeing this wheel off and on in my videos, but we haven't actually talked about it. So what I'm actually doing, I'm so excited that you're here to announce this with me. So we have been asking my followers to make sure to leave topics and subjects that they want me to discuss in my podcast. Okay. So what we are doing is choosing you guys from the comment section with your topic and your handle on YouTube. And what we're gonna do is spin the wheel, and wherever it lands, that will be the next topic for a future episode. So along with that, don't worry, it gets better. But wait, there's more. So the people that actually make it to the wheel will be entered in a monthly giveaway. I know, isn't it so exciting? So they will be entered into a monthly giveaway where we will be gifting you guys with something exciting. It's a surprise. I can't share all my secrets. But just know that as much as you guys are involved, you have all the opportunities in the world to get on this thing and win a monthly giveaway. So make sure that you guys are always commenting, leaving topics, leaving subjects that you guys want to talk about on the podcast. And who knows, you guys might just be one of our winners. So make sure that you guys, again, are liking this video. Make sure to go follow my channel. Leave your comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next episode. Thank you so much. Mwah. Bye.
And cut.
Yes, thank you so much for being my first guest on this episode.
Okay, now hold on. I know you guys aren't going to just leave it like that. You guys have to do something else to close this thing out.
What?
Oh! Oh, you want a battle? Okay. Battle.
Hey.
Oh, I shitted myself. It came on by. I look like I doodled on myself.
You're right. That was the best way to go out.
Yeah. Thank you so much.